Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and week 2 of the Overture chapter of Tides of War is live for Battlefield 5. So we have a new weekly reward, and that is the Ratburner Epic Headgear. Now last week I had a few people ask for some tips on completing the challenges required, which I hadn't expected at all. So I figured I'd put some together for this week, just in case it will help some of you out. Now some people may already have it at this point, but for those of you that don't, well, I've got your back. So these are my tips to unlock the Ratburner Headgear fast. You'll need to complete a minimum of 5 challenges to unlock it. Obviously, you'll have to complete the relevant ones to progress through the challenge tree. Oh, and if the tracking of the challenges is broken again this week, then I'm sorry, but I don't have a tip for that, other than you'll just have to wait and hope it gets fixed, unfortunately. So challenge 1 is Buddy Revive, which requires you to revive 6 squad members as assault, support, or recon, not medic. So you'll be doing the longer revive animation. First off, playing in a squad with friends is hugely beneficial. The ability to communicate and coordinate helps no end. Friends can call out if it's potentially safe to be revived, and you can ask them to stay down so you can try to revive them. If you can't play with friends, then just be sure to actually join a squad. The more people that are in the squad, the better, as it'll provide more revive opportunities. If you're the squad leader, then make sure the squad isn't locked so people can actually join, and you can see if those squad members want to communicate over voice chat. They likely won't, but you can try just in case to make things easier. Now stick with that squad as much as you can. You need to be near them to get those revives. If you're playing recon, then remember you can equip a smoke grenade to provide cover for yourself whilst reviving. And there's also 2 schools of thought on how you can go about getting these revives. Either go into absolute Rambo mode for every revive regardless of the situation, or you can try to sensibly clear the area before going for the revive to improve your chances of survival. That's the one I would choose, but the choice is yours. Challenge 2 is squad goals, for which you have to earn best squad. You don't actually need to complete this for the Ratburner unlocks, but I'll give you my tips for it in case you want the chapter XP for completing it. Again, playing with friends for communication and coordination could help. If not, then join another squad. The more people, the better. If the game is in progress, then prioritizing squads that are already doing well for points would be a good move. If your squad isn't scoring many points while you're playing, then switching to a better one would also be advisable. You personally need to do as much as you can for the team so you can get points. Be sure to request squad orders if your squad leader isn't doing them. If you're the leader, then absolutely give those squad orders. If there's an objective available to capture or is being captured, then select it. If that isn't the case, then select an objective you already have and then pick up the defend points for holding it for the required time. And overall, try to play around the objectives as much as you can and use your equipment to maximize points. Next up, we have a choice of 2 challenges. The first one is Stay With Me, which requires you to revive 10 teammates using the syringe. So you need to be a medic. Once again, you can either Rambo it or clear the area carefully. And communication once again of course helps, much the same as with the first challenge. So play with friends where possible. Remember that you can equip smoke grenades and the smoke grenade rifle for lots of cover when going for these revives, and the field medic combat role allows you to sprint faster when calling out a downed friend in need of a medic. So mark those downed allies for a revive with the spotting button and you can get to them quickly. Alternatively, there's the enemy spotted challenge, which requires you to spot 15 enemies while using a spotting scope. This is really simple. Personally, I just look down the scope and drag it around everywhere. If you pass over someone, it will spot them. Really simple. Obviously, looking towards enemy spawns and objectives will help you to get this done more quickly. And if you find an enemy camping or just unaware of you, pull the scope out to spot them before you kill them for an easy spot. Then we come to the Stick Together challenge, which requires you to complete 5 squad orders. Super simple this one. Some very similar tips to earning best squad for the squad goals challenge. So play with a squad, obviously, friends if possible. If not, then another full squad is great. Communicate where possible. Make sure the squad leader is marking flags appropriately. It's all very easy. Next up is another choice of 2 challenges. The first one being calling, where you have to call in 1 reinforcement as squad leader. There's not a whole lot I can tell you here. Playing with friends again is likely going to be the best way. If not, then be patient. Request orders if your leader isn't doing it, so you might become the squad leader, or form your own squad and make sure it's unlocked for people to join. If you are playing alone or with a small squad, try to call in low requirement reinforcements, as it's much easier to achieve than going for a big V1 or something. The other challenge of the 2 is Focus Fire, which requires you to assist your squad mates or kill 15 enemies. I shouldn't really need to explain this one. Kill people, or at least shoot at them. Also, sticking with your squad will help. It won't take most players long at all to complete this one. And then to finish off, we have the Look Up challenge, which requires you to kill 2 enemies with a V1 or JB2 reinforcement as a squad. So you don't have to be the squad leader, you just need to be in the squad that calls it in. This is really similar to a lot of previous tips again. Play with a good full squad, friends if possible, focus on objective play, marking objectives, using equipment and everything else you can to maximize points. Then generally call in the V1 or JB2 in on a hot area of combat or on a flag being or about to be contested by the enemy is a good way to maximize your chances of picking up kills. And if you've progressed through all of that, then you now have the Ratburner headgear. Congratulations! If this video was helpful, then I'll likely produce the same for the coming 2 weeks when they go live. So do let me know if you'd like to see that. If you enjoyed, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date. And finally, feel free to join my Discord server in the description and my pinned comment. Now let's head over to the Board of Awesome for the epic people who support the channel on Patreon. That support helps me do this every single day, so thank you so very much to everybody on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. And with that all said, I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters.